Carcinogen. A carcinogen is any substance or agent that has the potential to cause cancer. Carcinogens can be natural or synthetic, and they can be found in a variety of sources such as tobacco smoke, ultraviolet radiation, and certain chemicals. Carcinogens work by damaging the DNA in cells, which can lead to mutations and the development of cancer. Some carcinogens are mutagens, which means they directly cause changes in the DNA sequence. Others are non-mutagens, which means they don't directly cause changes in the DNA, but can still promote the growth of cancerous cells. Carcinogens are substances or agents that have the potential to cause cancer by damaging the genetic material, DNA, of cells or by altering gene expression, leading to mutations that can result in uncontrolled cell growth. When a cell's DNA is damaged, it may not be able to repair itself properly, leading to the accumulation of genetic changes that can result in cancer. Depending on the type and amount of exposure, carcinogens can have various effects on the body. Some carcinogens may cause acute effects, such as skin irritation or respiratory problems, while others may have more long-term effects that increase the risk of cancer. Exposure to carcinogens can also have different effects depending on individual susceptibility and the duration and frequency of exposure. Some people may be more vulnerable to the effects of carcinogens due to genetic factors, lifestyle habits, or underlying health conditions. There are three main types of carcinogens. Chemical carcinogens include substances like asbestos, benzene, tobacco smoke, alcohol, and some pesticides. Exposure to these substances can damage DNA or cause changes in gene expression, leading to mutations that can lead to cancer. Physical carcinogens, these are physical agents that can cause cancer. Examples include ultraviolet radiation from the sun, ionizing radiation, such as X-rays, and some forms of electromagnetic radiation. Biological carcinogens include viruses such as human papillomavirus, HPV, hepatitis B and C viruses, and human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, which can cause cancer by altering the genetic material of infected cells. It's important to note that not all exposure to carcinogens will lead to cancer. The risk of developing cancer depends on many factors, including the type of carcinogen, the duration and frequency of exposure, and individual factors such as genetics and lifestyle choices. How do you get rid of carcinogens? There is no single method to get rid of carcinogens from the body, but there are steps you can take to minimize your exposure and reduce your risk of developing cancer. Avoid or limit exposure. The most effective way to get rid of carcinogens is to avoid exposure to them altogether. If you work with or are exposed to a known carcinogen, take appropriate safety measures such as wearing protective clothing, masks, or respirators. If possible, try to limit your exposure to environmental carcinogens like air pollution, pesticides, and harmful chemicals. Quit smoking. If you smoke, quitting is the most important step you can take to reduce your risk of developing cancer. Smoking is a major cause of many types of cancer, including lung, throat, bladder, and pancreatic cancer. Eat a healthy diet. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein can help protect against cancer. Antioxidants found in fruits and vegetables can help neutralize harmful chemicals in the body. Exercise regularly. Regular exercise can help maintain a healthy weight and reduce the risk of developing cancer. Practice safe sex. Some sexually transmitted infections, like HPV and HIV, are linked to an increased risk of certain cancers. Practice safe sex reduce your risk of these infections. Follow screening guidelines. Early detection of cancer can greatly improve the chances of successful treatment. Follow the recommended screening guidelines for your age and gender to detect cancer in its early stages. It's important to remember that the best way to prevent cancer is to minimize your exposure to carcinogens and adopt healthy lifestyle habits. While it may not be possible to completely eliminate carcinogens from your environment, taking steps to reduce your exposure can go a long way in protecting your health.